Ever wonder why the Chinese use chopsticks? The answer involves Confucius and Cardinal Richelieu. These two men had one thing in common. They both absolutely hated eating with knives at the table. Knives have existed since Neolithic times, the simplest way to stuff your face, until they weren't. The first chopsticks ever found are 3,000 years old, from the ruins of Yin, the Shang Dynasty capital. But these first chopsticks weren't for eating at all. They were only used to stir cooking pots. That's it. The Shang also used long forks in kitchens, but at mealtime, strictly knife and fingers, every single time. Fast forward 1,000 years to the Han Dynasty. 2,000 years ago, this is where everything changes. The Han ate almost exclusively millet, needed no fertilizer, no great soil, perfect for the dry north. Eating porridge with chopsticks? Not exactly easy. Chopsticks stayed in the kitchen. For now, anyway. As the Han Dynasty expanded southward, everything changed. The South had something the North had never seen. Rice grew so plentifully in the South that they had enough left over to feed the entire North as well. East Asian rice is starchy. It clumps together perfectly. Suddenly, chopsticks made complete obvious sense. In the North, wheat challenged millet. More wheat meant noodles and dumplings. Chopstick food again. This era saw the rise of stir-frying, food pre-cut into bite-sized pieces, made perfectly for chopsticks. Chopsticks are incredibly cheap to make. With 1/4 of all humans to feed, that matters enormously. More people means fewer resources, less metal for knives and forks, less fuel for every cooking fire. Cut food small, it cooks faster, uses less fuel. Economics and physics both pointing to the same answer. It's psychology, too. Once you use chopsticks, you naturally prefer food cut small enough to eat with them. And so the great swap happened. Knives moved from the table to the kitchen, chopsticks from kitchen to table. Confucius was one of the biggest advocates for chopsticks. A knife at the dinner table was simply barbaric. His followers recorded this in the Book of Rites, one of the 5 classics of Confucian philosophy. Now, what does Cardinal Richelieu have to do with any of this? Let's go to France and find out. European dinner knives of the era were as sharp as daggers, genuinely capable of stabbing a person. Richelieu, being a cunning mastermind, ordered every knife's blade ground down until barely useful at all. Richelieu fixed this pointy knife problem by inventing the modern table knife, still used worldwide today. Confucius removed the knife entirely. Richelieu fixed the knife itself. Same problem. Both solved it forever. Confucius would still prefer no knife at all. Richelieu would struggle enormously with chopsticks. 2 men, 2 centuries apart, 2 continents, both looked at a knife at dinner and said, "Not here." And that, my friends, is the point, or not, as the case may be. See you next time on Side Quest. Subscribe and hit that bell with your chopsticks or your blunted knife, whichever you prefer.